In this video, we are going to learn how to calculate the volume of a cylinder. Let us consider a cylinder. Now, let this point be the center of the circular base of the cylinder. Let us consider the radius of the circular base and let the radius be r. Also, let us consider h to be the height of the cylinder. Now, what does this mean? This means that this distance over here is equal to r, and this distance over here, this is equal to h. Now, what we want to do is determine the volume of the cylinder. That is, we want to determine the amount of space occupied by the cylinder. Now, what is the formula for that? The formula is the volume is equal to pi times the radius squared times the height of the cylinder. That is, the volume is equal to pi r squared h. This is the formula for the volume. So if we want to determine the volume of a cylinder, what we need to do is multiply pi with the square of the radius and multiply that with the height of the cylinder. Now, note that we use the irrational number pi in the formula for the volume of a cylinder. Pi can be approximated using the decimal number 3.14. So if we want to find the exact volume of a cylinder, we will leave our answer in terms of pi, and if we want an approximate value, then we can use the approximate value of pi, which is 3.14. Now, let us have a look at a few practice problems. Let us determine the volumes of the given cylinders. Now, consider this first cylinder over here. We can see that the radius of the cylinder is 2 inches, and the height of the cylinder is 4 inches. So let's use these values to determine the volume of the cylinder. The volume is given by pi r squared h. So we have pi times the square of the radius, and the radius is 2. And we multiply this with the height, which is equal to 4. So we end up with pi times 2 squared, which is 4. We multiply that by 4, and 4 times 4 is equal to 16, so we have 16 pi. And since the unit of the height and the radius is given in inches, the unit for this will be inches cubed. So the volume of the cylinder is 16 pi inches cubed. And pi is approximately equal to 3.14, so we have 16 times 3.14, and if we calculate that, we'll get 50.24. So the approximate volume of the cylinder is 50.24 inches cubed. Let us consider the next cylinder. Now in this cylinder, we can see that the radius is 3 feet, and the height can be seen to be 12 feet. So let us determine the volume of this cylinder. That's pi r squared h. So we have pi times the square of the radius, which is 3, so we have 3 squared, and we multiply this with the height, which is 12. So we end up with pi times 9 times 12. 9 times 12 is equal to 108, so we have 108 pi. And since the units are given in feet, the unit of the volume will be feet cubed. So the volume of the cylinder is 108 pi feet cubed. And pi is approximately equal to 3.14, so let's substitute that value. And this is equal to 339.12. So the approximate volume of the given cylinder is 339.12 feet cubed. Let us consider this next cylinder. Now in this cylinder, we can see that the radius of the cylinder is 5 centimeters, and the height of the cylinder is 10 centimeters. This is the height, it's 10 centimeters. So let us determine the volume. This is given by pi r squared h. So we have pi times the square of the radius, and the radius is 5, and we multiply that by the height, which is 10. So what we end up with is pi times 25 times 10. 25 times 10 is 250, so we have 250 pi. And since the units of the radius and the height are given in centimeters, so the unit for this volume will be centimeters cubed. So the volume of the cylinder is 250 pi centimeters cubed. And pi is approximately equal to 3.14. So let's substitute that over here. And if we multiply these two numbers, we will get 785. So the approximate volume of the cylinder is 785 centimeters cubed. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you next time.